Leveling up as a business owner really comes down to simply this. Being able to actually articulate your language, create conversation, and be able to direct your professionals the right way is key to successful business. Now, you see, when you walk into like my accounting meeting, for example, I was in there, I walked in, I had an agenda. I was like, we had to do 5 corporate year ends. I had my personal income tax that I had to work on. And we had the big year end of Dahan Enterprise where we're doing a $2 million refinance on one building, getting another $1 million from a grant that we found within the government to then buy out 2 of the condo buildings for Airbnb. Now, see, all of this can be possible with a game strategy. If you don't have a game strategy, you let the accountant, honestly, I love my accountant. He knows the books. He's the one who went through school for 4, 6, 8 years to become an accountant. So I don't know how the legal side or the accounting side works for the CRA or the IRS, but what I do understand is what my game plan is for my portfolio. I'm not going to rely on somebody that doesn't have a portfolio equal or greater than me to get advice from. He's just there to file the paperwork. My lawyers are very similar. I go to my lawyer's office. My lawyer is going to tell me the legal way of doing something, but that may not be the right way that I want to. I'm not saying I want to be illegal, but I may have a different structure. So for my lawyers, I tell them what to do. I say, listen, I need to allocate my structure like this. My corporate structure is like this, and the shareholders need to be like this. My USA, my unanimous shareholder agreement, I want structured like that. If I don't give that advice, there's no way that they'll be able to formulate the paperwork to do it. And even bankers. I was on the meeting with my banker the other day, and it was incredible because, you know, she was so excited to talk to me. Not only did I talk to her about the finance deal, but I brought her 2 other deals. And now, because of the way that I've asked my questions, guys, always remember, asking questions is the right thing. When I was paying my lawyers $850 an hour, don't you think I was sitting there with a notebook asking questions? So with my banker now, I was sitting there on the phone with my banker, and I was like, not only this, I have 2 other deals for you. And she was like, that's incredible. And I was like, the reason why I'm creating this energy for you is because you're doing what you're doing. And you're doing what I'm telling you to do. I asked her so many questions she couldn't answer. She brought me to her manager who couldn't answer it, then brought me to his manager that couldn't answer it. And eventually I got to the vice president of Western Canada commercial banking for TD Bank. Now that guy, Josh, is the guy that I'm working with directly now, right? So now we have Julia and Josh that are now working. I pumped her in her own organization because she brought a client that was that heavy to go all the way to the VP. And on top of that, she's working with me hand in hand on all my requests, everything. Now we're putting loans on everything. We're raising capital from the banks. See, most people are raising capital from private, and I've done that too. I've raised $1 million over 2 beers. I've done the 10%, 12% money. I've done the 8%, 6% money. But now I'm at that 3, 4% real A lending money on massive projects like the new 24-unit condo building we're going to build outside of Calgary. The only way you can expand your portfolio, the only way that you can truly enhance your income and the size of where you actually see yourself when it comes to a real estate investing perspective is being able to allocate the time to learn, master, connect with your professionals.